Well, I'm just a few minutes late this morning, but good morning and welcome to Sunday school. Uh, tomorrow, uh, tomorrow is another day, and hopefully I'll be able to join you uh, every morning like this, and that the world won't change um, too dangerously dramatic uh, in the coming season, especially for those of us in the United States. Um, but anyway, let's hold tight to each other. It's probably going to be socially a bumpy ride for a while. Or perhaps not. So let's uh, let's try to be as positive as we can. Anyway, um, this morning in a attempt to be kind of mystical about a subject for Sunday school, uh, because I never quite know um, what it is that I say and do in my morning talks that needs to be said and done. It's almost like uh, I need to be guided what you need to hear more than I'm guided but about what I want to say. And this morning, in that spirit, uh, I asked Constance to bibliomancy, uh, an idea for the proper subject for today's Sunday school, and she's currently studying the Big Book Four, Crowley's Big Book Four, Magic, and she opened it up to the section that had one star in sight. The one star in sight section sort of explains Crowley's AA mystical system, which is a climb up the tree of life. Okay, like that. Uh, and her finger fell to that section of one star in sight that said, the order of the SS, okay, is composed of those who have crossed the abyss. And I first thought, well, thanks for an easy one, okay? And then it goes on to read, the implications of this expression may be studied in Liber 418, which is the vision and the voice. The aethers 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, and 9th, aethers in particular, which more or less coincide with the visions Crowley received during a systematic initiatory experience. And those particular aethers treated on his expansion into those levels. Now, Master of the Temple, there is number 3 there, Bina. Okay, it's across the abyss. And I'm not going to go into a big intellectual picking apart of what that actually means, because it's an area of consciousness that intellectual analysis completely breaks down. You can't take your meat brain mechanism to any level of understanding at that point. Now, the technical name even for that level of consciousness is understanding. And it's the partner of number 2, wisdom. Okay, now I've said it a million times. The Kether, there is the singularity. And Hokmah is the reflection of the singularity. And number 3 is the understanding that the reflection is not the singularity. In other words, 1, 2, and 3 are just one thinking about itself. Okay? Stuff doesn't really start to happen until that whole triad flips itself to that its first reflection. And then you got something at least we can discuss with our meat brain all the way down to the material plane of existence. And so I'm not going to get I'm not going to get into that, but I want to share a holy book with you that treats on the Bina part of that. And that is Liber, and which is the chariot card in the tarot. But if you see that path there that leads from 5 below the abyss, across the abyss to number 3, that is Het. And that charioteer, the charioteer of number 5 there, carries the Holy Grail. The Holy Grail could be looked at as the essence, the soul, the distillation of all evolving consciousness delivered in a cup to Our Lady Babalon. Okay. And then she'll eventually take that cup across the path of love there, Dalath, and deliver it to Hokmah, the beast. She would be Babalon. That would be the beast. And it's like a cosmic cocktail, okay? But anyway, so there's all sorts of stuff in the One Star Insight, and all of you who have written me from time to time about Crowley's system and everything else, and particulars. I immediately, first of all, primarily say, well, just read it in One Star Insight, and that lays out the whole thing. But in keeping with today's divinatory mystical message from St. Constance, I'm going to read to you and share with you a holy book, a Class A document, a received text called Liber. Okay, that path leading from 5 to across the abyss to number 3. 5 is like the reflection of number 3, below the abyss reflection. Okay, and this is what I'm going to leave us all with here on the eve of a new era of social and political instability, I guess is the best way I can put it. Liber. Het. Incidentally, Het, spelled in full, the letter Het, spelled in full, is 418 also, which is the number of the vision in the voice. And abrahadabra and all sorts of other wonderful things. This is the secret of the Holy Grail, that is, the sacred vessel of Our Lady, the Scarlet Woman, Babalon, the mother of abominations, the bride of chaos, that rideth upon our Lord the Beast. Thou shalt drain out thy blood, that is thy life, into the golden cup of her fornication. thou shalt mingle thy life with the universal life. Thou shalt keep not back one drop. Then shall thy brain be numb, and thy heart beat no more, and all thy life shall go from thee, and thou shalt be cast out upon the midden, and the birds of the air shall feast upon thy flesh, and thy bones shall whiten in the sun. Then shall the winds gather themselves together and bear thee up as it were a little heap of dust in a sheet that hath 4 corners, and they shall give it unto the guardians of the abyss. And because there is no life therein, the guardians of the abyss shall bid the angels of the winds pass by, and the angels shall lay thy dust in the city of the pyramids, and the name thereof shall be no more. Now therefore, that thou mayest achieve this ritual of the Holy Grail, do thou divest thyself of all thy goods. Thou hast wealth, give it unto them that have need thereof, yet no desire toward it. Thou hast health, slay thyself in the fervor of thine abandonment unto Our Lady. Let thy flesh hang loose upon thy bones, and thine eyes glare with thy quenchless lust unto the infinite, and with thy passion for the unknown, for her that is beyond knowledge, the accursed one. Thou hast love, tear thy mother from thine heart, and spit in the face of thy father. Let thy foot trample the belly of thy wife, and let the babe at her breast be prey of dogs and vultures. For if thou dost not this with thy will, then shall we do this despite thy will, so that thou attain to the sacrament of the Grail in the chapel of abominations. And behold, if by stealth thou keep back unto thyself one thought of thine, then shalt thou be cast out into the abyss forever, and thou shalt be the lonely one, the eater of dung, the afflicted in the day of be with us. Yea, verily, this is the truth. This is the truth. This is the truth. This unto thee shall be granted joy and health and wealth and wisdom when thou art no longer thou. Then shall every gain be a new sacrament, and it shall not defile thee. Thou shalt revel with the wanton in the marketplace, and the virgins shall fling roses upon thee, and the merchants bend their knees and bring thee golden spices. Also young boys shall pour wonderful wines for thee, and the singers and dancers shall sing and dance for thee. Yet shalt thou not be therein, for thou shalt be forgotten, dust, lost in dust. Nor shall the aeon itself avail thee in this, for from the dust shall a white ash be prepared by Hermes the invisible. And this is the wrath of God, that these things should be thus. And this is the grace of God, that these things should be thus. Therefore I charge you that come unto me in the beginning, For if ye take but one step on this path, ye must arrive inevitably at the end thereof. This path is beyond life and death. It is also beyond love. But that ye know not. For ye know not love. And the end thereof is known not even unto Our Lady, or to the beast whereon she rideth, nor unto the Virgin her daughter, nor unto Chaos her lawful lord, but unto the crowned child is it known. It is not known if it be known. Therefore unto Hadit and unto Nuit be the glory in the end and in the beginning, yea, in the end and the beginning. Now, if you don't understand that, you're not meant to. When they talk about knowledge, okay, and love, and ye know not love. Where's it? My other tree of life here. I got a tree of life. Is it in here? Talk amongst yourselves. Well, maybe I can't find it. When they talk about knowledge, and you know not love, and things like that, and if it known, and if it be known, knowledge is a sephira on the tree of life also. And often it's called the false sephira. But no, it's not a false sephira at all. But it is a unique sephira. Some people call it a false sephira, da'ath. Now, the word da'ath means knowledge. And it's positioned right in the middle of the abyss. Okay? There's a supernal triad on top and the reflection of the supernal triad down below. And they're separated like it's a mirror, okay? Separating the top and bottom. And Da'ath is right in the middle of the mirror. It's right in the middle of the abyss. And the reason it gets such a, at least on the superficial level, gets a bad reputation is, well, it's a corona zone and it's in the abyss, and it's knowledge. Okay, knowledge is great. From where most of us are sitting and identifying, knowledge is like the perfection of knowledge would be like the highest thing. Okay, it's from the point of view of every place below the abyss, knowledge is the crown. As a matter of fact, it reflects the crown, number one. It's on the right down the middle of the tree of life. But that's not the crown. It is a false crown. Because the real you can't think your way into being the real you. You have to transcend that level. You have to pass through it. And it's really hard because the intellect, the reasoning process, is holding us hostage. It's like the movie projector of life, okay, is like that, the projection room, okay, and the ruach knowledge, okay, has like barricaded itself in the projection room of a theater, okay, and it's forcing us to think about enlightenment and to think about unity with God and to think, to analyze all of it. It's got us held captive into thinking about being rather than being. And that's what has to be overcome. So when you hear the buzzwords in that Liber about Babalon, okay, and her cup and everything else, you think about number 3 of the supernal triad, the opening act of the supernal triad. And when you hear about the chaos and the beast, her husband, that's number 2. Okay, it's no more sinister, it's no more exciting than Shiva and Shakti, okay, or Shakti and Shiva, Babalon and chaos. And when you hear the term knowledge, ye know not love, okay, yeah, you can't think yourself into truly understanding what that love thing is. Anyway, that's my rambling Sunday school for today, and I hope everybody has a wonderful rest of your weekend. It's extremely, to us Southern California people, it's extremely cold here. It was like 51 degrees or something in the house this morning. But I can't complain. Until tomorrow dawns. Continue to be good to yourself and be good to each other. Do what thou wilt, shall be the whole of the law. Love is the law, love under will.